Hello, happy Monday to you. And tonight we're going to talk about company culture and how to be a better boss. So I picked this topic today after searching through my 129 videos previously to see if I've ever done a vlog about company culture. And I didn't. Well, it wasn't in the title. I'm sure I've touched upon it in a few of these before, but I wanted to make this all about company culture because I've learned so much. And as a matter of fact, I was contacted yesterday to get featured in a magazine, Entrepreneur, something, about this very topic and really being a better leader, a better boss. So I've had the great honor of being a boss for a very long time now, owning my own business for the last 4 years. I've learned so much more about what it really means to be a great boss, just from watching other companies and how they integrate company culture, and if they even have one. Well, one of my doctors today sent me an email after getting some feedback from an employee about why maybe one of the other employees left. And I think it hit her a little bit hard. And she asked if there was like a blog or an article, or she said, should I read the 10-Minute Manager book? I think that's what it was called. No, you shouldn't read the 10-Minute Manager because, well, maybe it's great. I have no idea. I really shouldn't comment about things I don't know anything about. But I do know that this is a learned skill, right? I think that there's a lot of people that are great leaders. I think there's a lot of great bosses, a lot of great CEOs. But I really have learned so much just by diving into this company culture thing, right? Coming from New York, I was taught like the boss is the boss, and then there's like these people underneath you. And I caught on real quick, having all these employees underneath me, that the only way to really have an amazing company was to support and grow your staff and your team leader initiatives and collaborations together, getting them involved, getting their feedback. Everybody wants to be validated. Everybody. So now when I go into a company, I want to know all about the staff. I want to know about the head honcho all the way down the line, because you will be able to tell really quickly how the company culture is based on how much turnover there is, how engaged the staff is, how happy they are to be there, if they feel like they're a part of the company. So I would spend a lot of time just kind of touching base with everybody there and asking. I have these 10 questions that I ask, and one of them is one of my favorites. I just ask the staff member, like, how do you work best? I usually have to say that slowly again, but I want to know how they work best, because if I understand that somebody needs to like get home to watch their children at a certain time, they work best knowing that they have some flexibility within the schedule. And I can make that work as a boss or as an owner. Some people work best alone. Some people work best from home. Some people work best in a team. Some people really like to go out for those social gatherings after hours. And some people really hate it, right? So you really have to understand how people work best. And then you accommodate, because if your team is happy, you'll have a happy culture and a happy company. So leadership is just a lot different than I used to think it was. Leadership is a lot of empathy. You really have to have a lot of empathy for what people go through on a daily basis. And if you explain your why to your team members, to your employees, or whatever you want to call them, and help them to understand from A to Z why you built the company that you built, what your mission is, what your goal is, you will have a lot better engagement with your staff. So I always start with that. I always want to know about the company culture. I always want to know where my leaders are, if there's people that have been passed by because they weren't acknowledged for their management and leadership skills, and maybe giving them an opportunity instead of going out somewhere else to find somebody. out of the company, I mean. So there's a lot to be said about company culture, and I really, 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 really think it is super important. I was in a company today, and it seemed very quiet. There's nothing wrong with very quiet, but I like to hear laughter and people talking to each other, and and maybe because it was raining. I mean, and it was Monday. Some people aren't really chatty on rainy Mondays, but those are the things that I pick up on. I want to see if everybody's corralling together and if they like each other, because happy employees make the best companies in the world. And the team is absolutely the most important. So if you're unsure about your leadership skills, or you're unsure about how to have a company culture, there is so much information out there. YouTube, hello. You can read a book about it. There's a million blogs about it or vlogs about it. So I would really encourage you to, if you own a company or you're a doctor and you're the big boss, it stems from the top. It always stems from the top. So whoever name is on that paycheck should be the one initiating and really understanding how they want their company culture to trickle down. And people should be validated and heard and encouraged. And there's a lot of mentoring and coaching that goes on with a company culture. You have to inspire your people. And people get inspired when they understand why you are doing what you're doing today in running your business. So really quick one tonight. Sorry, it's a late one. I just got home from my City of Largo board meeting. And my husband's home. So we're really going to say goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.